Hello my amazing family, welcome back to the channel. My name is Meknes and today I'm going to be taking you guys through my Vbac journey. So I'm going to be telling you guys exactly how I'm preparing my body for a Vbac, that is vaginal delivery after a C-section. So if you end up enjoying this video, don't forget to click the subscribe button, don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to share it to someone who may need it. If you don't know already, I had a C-section for my first pregnancy, and in this pregnancy I am trying for a Vbac. I've always had this notion that once a C-section mom, always a C-section mom, which is a very wrong notion, and right now I am working on having a Vbac for this baby. There are a lot of things that might cause you to have C-section, which I already discussed in my previous video. If you haven't seen that video, I'm going to be leaving it in this card up here, or I will leave it in my description box or in my comment section. Please check out that video if you really want to know. So there are a lot of health conditions that may cause a mother to go for a C-section, which is why I had my first CX. Why I want to try for a Vbac is because I do not like the recovery process of C-section. If you are a mom here, I don't think any mom would wish to go for a C-section voluntarily without any problems. I do not like the recovery process of a C-section. I want to just stand up right after I've given birth and be there to take care of my baby. So that is one of the reasons, which may be selfish, but it's just one of the reasons why I do not want to go through a C-section. And another reason is I want more than 3 children, and because that is what I want, I wouldn't want to go under a knife for the whole 3 babies. And in Nigeria here, or maybe anywhere else, once you've had more than 1 C-section, you are not encouraged to try again. You're not encouraged to try for vaginal delivery again, even though it's possible. I've seen a lot of mom who has gone for C-section 3 times and they still try for a Vbac the 4th time, but you are not encouraged to do it because the risk become higher at this point. So now that I just have 1 C-section, that is one of the reasons why I'm trying for a vaginal delivery this time. So I won't have to go under a knife for the whole 4 babies I want to have. It scares me, and I am not somebody who willingly submits to injury. You must be certain that you do not have any health condition, and secondly, you must have spoken to your health personnel or your doctor or your midwife and be sure that they are assuring you that you are fine. You would have gone for scan and know how well your wound have healed. If your doctor is saying no, you might want to look into it and be sure that this is not something that is risky or dangerous to your health. At the end of the day, what is most important is you are fine, your baby is fine. That is what safe delivery is for. So if you have spoken to your health personnel and they are saying you shouldn't go for a Vbac, then you might want to reconsider. Don't go claiming fate. You might want to reconsider. So I have spoken to my health personnel, I've spoken to my doctors, I've spoken to every other health person I know, and they are not encouraging me to go for any C-section. There is no health condition that is deterring me from going for this Vbac, so I am motivated and I am encouraged to keep up my quest to go for a Vbac. Another thing you may want to consider is the support you are getting. If you're not getting support from people around you, your husband, your friend, just people who will take care of you when you have this baby, or friends who talk to you, then you might consider going for your C-section. Maybe they know why they are encouraging you to go that way, but I, for one, I have so much support from friends, family, especially my husband, who is so sure that a Vbac is very possible for this pregnancy. So if you have people encouraging you, it is something that you can look into. And the most important thing is if your faith is strong enough to carry you. If your faith is not strong enough to carry you, I do not think you should go for a C-section, because one thing is sure, as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. So if your body is already telling you you can't do this, your mind is telling you can't do this, then I think you shouldn't consider going for a Vbac. So that is what I am doing right now. I am preparing my mind for this Vbac. I am thinking of it as positive. I am thinking of it coming out positive, having a positive and a successful Vbac story at the end of the day. And God is on my side. My mind is ready. My spirit is ready. My husband is joining faith with me. And at the end of the day, we hope and pray that it's going to be successful. First of all, God is the major focus of the preparation. After every preparation, if God doesn't support, it is not going to happen. So God is the major focus. So right now, I am more concentrated on God than any other method available. I am just praying, hoping, and putting my mind in the right direction that God is going to make it possible for me, which is the first preparation for me. So the second preparation is I am avoiding all the things they say I shouldn't eat. Like when I went for my scan, The doctor said you are all right and you can go for a vaginal delivery anytime you fall into labor. But the only problem we are going to have with you is if you allow your baby get too big. Guys, it is funny for them to give me such condition because I am not the one making the baby big or small, but I think what you eat, how you eat it will affect the size of your baby. So I was given an advice to stop eating late at night and to also stop eating too much of starchy food, which is something I am really incorporating in my diet. I've stopped eating much of starchy food and I've stopped eating late at night. Sometimes I stop eating by 6 p.m. I don't eat any other thing. That is because I am trying to hold on to the instructions. So you must be ready to discipline yourself, hold on to the instructions that you are being given, and yeah. So another instruction was to eat more fruits, and which is something I am trying to incorporate very well on my diet, especially eating dates. So research has it that dates helps you go into labor faster than when you don't eat dates. So I'm eating more of dates this period, eating more fruit, not eating late, and not eating too much of starchy foods, just so I have the perfect baby for this. Another way that I'm preparing myself is exercising. If you saw the beginning of this video, you will see how I've been going for workout, and this has been happening back to back for the past 1 week. So since we clocked 38 weeks, we've been going for exercise back to back, and our body is really responding very well. So this is another thing, and it takes discipline to do all this. So another thing or another way that we are preparing our body is we've stopped taking anything cold, even though this was not recommended by the doctor, but it's something that every midwife keeps saying: start warming up, start taking hot water, start not hot water, warm water, start bathing with hot warm water. And yeah, that is something we've been doing. And the most important thing that I have been doing is making my research. So you can't be successful in any area you do not have knowledge on. So I have been making my research, and this website that I found that has been really helpful is this Spinning Baby. This website is really amazing. I've been searching up people on YouTube. There's this lady I have been following, Purposeful Life. She has had 3 Vbacs. She has had 3 CS and 2 Vbacs, and she's currently pregnant. So following such information, you get to know how they are doing, how they do it, and these things gives you encouragement, making you know that a VBAC is very possible. So research is something that I have fallen back to. Anytime I'm alone, I do research on how possible it is, what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to do on Labor Day, things you're supposed to do, when to go into the hospital, and all that good stuff. So research is something that I am not joking with. I have been doing a lot of research both on YouTube, outside YouTube, on Chrome. I've been asking questions, talking to people, and yeah. And we know that at the end of the day, a VBAC, never say never, don't give up. And one thing that I am going to try to do, but it is very risky, is not to go into the hospital earlier. So when my labor starts, I want to see how I'm going to hold on a little at home before going into the hospital. And I am trying my best also not to be too agitated or not to be too inquisitive as to when is the baby coming, why is the baby coming, why is the baby not coming now, why is it taking so long. So I have gotten to realize that my own type of body, my baby doesn't necessarily have to come before my EDD. My baby might come on the exact day of my EDD. So this is something I've learned through research, that if you have a 31 days menstrual cycle, your body is likely to open up on that day of your EDD. But if you have a 28-day menstrual cycle, your body is likely to open up earlier than expected. Like you might have your baby 38 weeks, 36 weeks, 34 weeks, 39 weeks. But for me, I have done research and now I know. So I am not in a hurry to go and give birth. Hurry. We're 38 weeks. Why is the baby not coming? Those kind of agitations can push you into having CS. So when my labor starts, I'm just hoping I can hold a little bit back, which is not quite a good advice. But going into the hospital earlier may bring up the idea of you being induced, and if you get induced, you are going to, if the baby doesn't come as fast as they expect, you are going to have a C-section. But this is not same for every woman. Please just find what works for you at the end of the day. All right guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and please don't forget to follow my VBAC journey because it's going to be a successful one.